Now, we've become quite accustomed to all sorts of gloomy news and statistics regarding the economy, and it kind of rubs off on the property market. Now, there has been a recent survey of homeowners and first-time buyers commissioned by Miller Homes, which actually aims to shed the light into the gloom by suggesting that the spirits of the great British public remain bright despite negative reports. Now, over a quarter of the 5,000 people polled said that the credit crunch made no difference to their views on the property market, and 6% said that they were still willing to borrow the maximum amount possible to purchase their dream home. Now, Ian Bill from Miller Homes just explains why they commissioned the survey.
Well, the survey was commissioned to understand the views of the buying public and the effect of any negative media. There were some interesting surprises. The results showed that despite the negative media coverage of the market, people still want to move. They still have an appetite to enter the housing market. There are many things that buyers can feel positive about in the market. There are low interest rates on mortgages at the moment. There are shared equity schemes that help buyers into the market by making deposits affordable, and house prices have remained stable for the last few months.
House prices have steadied since the initial crash in 2008, with the average house price currently sitting at around £161,000. But Miller Homes insists that we are still in a good position in comparison to previous decades, where house prices peaked and troughed but rose steadily. Mortgage rates are also at the most favourable, averaging 4% in comparison to an eye-watering 7% before the credit crunch hit.
In the grand scheme of things, house prices have remained very steady over the last few months. Couple this with incentives that are available from developers like ourselves, and low interest rates and higher loan-to-values available from building societies. Building blocks are there for buyers to take full advantage of. But obviously, banks need to play their part in terms of helping people onto the housing ladder.
So if you're thinking of purchasing your own home, here are a few top tips to help you on your way. Firstly, examine all your options. Shared equity might be the perfect solution to help you bridge the deposit gap, and with some developers offering up to 30% in equity loans, it is well worth considering. Next, get a good financial advisor to help you calculate your repayments and living expenses, and include everything from checking your council tax to TV licence and phone bills to make sure there are no nasty surprises when your first mortgage repayment goes out. Finally, make sure you've got enough disposable income to live. Outstretching yourself will just cause unnecessary stress and worry, and it's always a good idea to free up some cash so you can treat yourself and cheer yourself up after a long week at work. The survey also showed that over half of Brits still believe property to be the soundest investment and choosing to put their money in houses over ISAs, stocks and shares and bonds. First-time buyers are still feeling the pinch though, with 36% of new buyers saying getting a mortgage and gathering enough deposit are stopping them from buying their own home. But how do you feel about the current state of the property market? And are you struggling to get on the ladder? Well, we took to the streets of Solihull to find out.
Well, I've just bought a house and a lot of my friends are buying houses as well, so it can't be all bad out there in the property market.
We're in a lower interest rate environment at the moment, which has made mortgages that much more affordable, I guess. And for people like me, it means that you can maintain your mortgage payments at the same level and pay off the capital a bit more quickly.
Well, yes, have a good look round, location, and if you see what you want and it's yours, go for it. Absolutely. I don't see there's any advantage in waiting for another 6 months or another year.
So, despite the gloom, buyers are still remaining positive and are still determined to fulfil their house buying dreams, be it the first step on the ladder or the next rung up. And the message from Miller Homes is quite clear. Property is still a good investment, and now is a great time to buy.